Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. We are here with a little bit different of a video. As you guys notice, I am a bit behind on my PPL videos. I've had a lot of stuff going on, so I wasn't able to actually do them live. Normally I do all my videos live com, but for these matches I had to actually play without recording, so it's just been kind of hard to record a post com, because that's why I do live comms, because it's just a lot easier to be able to just do the live com, edit a few things and render it. But now I have to record it post com, which is a little bit more uses up a little bit more time, and I didn't have much time to do that. So this video is going to be PPL week 6 and 7, so I'm gonna put both of them here, so we can just do a quick post com and get through the videos, and we can have both of them up so you guys can see what exactly is going on here in the PPL for your NJ Go Dangles. So the very first match, week 6, is going to be against our homie 1C Bennett, one of my closest, if not my closest friends in the Pokemon community. Known him for so long, since maybe like 2016, 17, I think, somewhere around there. So yeah, I've known Alex for a really long time, and we get to play here again, which is always awesome. So you can see his team there, and the matchup is Rain for this week, which is very scary. Rain is a very scary weather, and Alex really drafted an amazing team, so very scary team. But I am gonna say that I don't remember the game fully. This is my first time rewatching it, so we're kind of gonna go through it step by step. I did watch a little bit at the beginning, so but we're gonna try to go through. I remember a few select things in the match, but hopefully we can kind of explain some moves and things that I did while this happened. So yeah, let's get into it. So let me just make sure it's at 2x speed, and it is. Okay, cool. If the video does look a little weird, guys, it's because for some reason when I do the screen like record of like the media player, it looks like dark, like it's not as bright as it is an actual media player, so I'm sorry about that. I was trying to find a thing to change it, but I couldn't. But yeah, let's get into the game. So we start off with our Roaring Moon. We are Roselli Berry Roaring Moon for this week. And here what I end up doing is going for knockoff. So to me, knockoff obviously was the best play, because whatever wants to come in could get its item knocked off, and if this thing stays in, then we knock off Damp Rock or whatever item it wants to be. We get a good chunk on this Polito. We do knock out the Damp Rock, and here he goes for low kick, which he ends up critting us with, which really sucks, because I will be able to just click knockoff again, try to get this Politoed even lower, but instead I have to roost. And we are like a much bulkier Roaring Moon this week, which I normally don't run too much, so it was fun to use this Roaring Moon set. And you do see that our team is running 2 custard berries again, and you guys know what that means. Addison helped me build for this week once again, so so yeah, we do see our custard, Metagross, and Landorus on the team. But we go into Primarina as he goes for his Encore, and of course it's not going to work because we are we just switched in. We turned out with Roaring Moon. Next up, I think I go for Psychic Noise, just to catch any like the Clodsire that wants to come in or anything like that, and it actually does come in, and we break its Resist Berry by predicting that switch. And now it can't heal itself or anything like that, which is something really good, because if we can keep Clodsire low, then we don't have to worry too much about it recovering or anything like that, which is always pretty awesome. Primarina, our MVP so far of the season. But I switch into Toph, our Landorus Eye, with our Custard Berry. I didn't really think there was much he could do to us, and he misses a Gunk Shot, which is great. And here I click Gravity, so this was the tech Gravity for Zapdos, but Alex ends up reading that, and he goes into his Basculin, which is a little bit crazy, because if I did Earth Power, this thing would have been hit extremely hard. But I think here I go into Roaring Moon. I actually don't remember, but to me the best play would be Roaring Moon. Okay, no, maybe Metagross for the Custard Berry. Yeah, I think we go Metagross, because he should be going for Wave Crash, and it should put us in range of Custap, which we do see here. And we hit it. I believe Psychic Fangs, yeah. And we do a pretty good chunk. If I had knockoff, it would have been great. We would have killed this thing. Instead, we leave it at really low HP. But once again, the Custap Berry Metagross does come in really clutch because this thing is super low, which is really good because now pretty much anything's gonna kill it. We don't have rocks, sadly, so we can't kill it that way. But yeah, it's super low. And then now we can go into our Roaring Moon. And I think U-turn, yeah. U-turn definitely kills this thing, and if he switches like Alex does, we are able to gain some momentum. So I think here we should be going Primarina. I think so. I don't think we go Bandit Ape. I feel like we go Primarina, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember exactly. So let's see what pass Killuaboom ends up doing. I feel like Primarina's the best play, but it does bring in something like Cloudsire. But we do go Primarina. And most likely, oops, sorry, knocked over my mic, guys. Most likely click Psychic Noise, which we actually did. So he U-turns out, which really makes... I was thinking this thing would be Scarf most of the time. I felt like Scarf was really good against my team. But we go for Psychic Noise, we do some decent damage to Cloudsire, and we're able to, again, stop it from recovering, which is awesome. That's why Psychic Noise is a really good move, and that's why I wanted to pretty much just keep spamming it, because if we do that, then his Cloudsire can never really heal. And here is where the Politoed comes in. So Politoed comes in, obviously it can't heal. If it is a rest set, it can't heal. It doesn't have lefty, so it's not gonna heal either. And then he ends up going to Zapdos, and we smack it with a Moonblast, which is awesome. Now we go into our Slime Shady, the Muck, and we are Terra Grass Muck this week, but obviously we're not gonna Terra Grass in front of this monster of a Zapdos. But Alex does bring a really heat Zapdos set that I just never even thought about. So he brought Metal Sound, which drops our Spadef by 2, and he has Throat Spray, which makes his special attack go up by 1, which is really crazy. But here I just go for Poison Jab, hopefully getting a poison and doing some good damage to the Zapdos. This Muck was just pretty much here to take on Zapdos. It's a really good check to it, but the set that Alex ran is really awesome. Like I've never seen that type of set ran before. So we go for the Poison Jab, and he goes for Agility, which really made things get so crazy, because if I didn't get the poison, which I ended up getting, then yeah, we could have been in really big trouble, because unless he misses Hurricane once the rain goes away, I don't think we had much to really be able to take it on, because Primarina and everything would have dropped. Roaring Moon I think is pretty low too, so it would have dropped, but thank goodness Muck was able to get a poison. Muck does go down, but we are able to go into our we're able to kill the Zapdos with the poison. Thankfully Muck in its poison touch saves us there, because that would have been really scary, because again Zapdos would have just killed everything, I think. So I think here I went into Landorus. I didn't see exactly what I went into. No, we go into Annihilate, which is really good. So we go into Annihilate, we should most likely U-turn. I think that would be the best play. We are Choice Bandit, which is really good too. I should have maybe gone for Phantom Force, because I think Phantom Force could have done a lot of damage. But he does switch out. He goes into his Politoed, and we U-turn out, and we're able to kill the Politoed. Bandit and Annihilate, it's really nice. I really like Bandit and Annihilate a lot. Started off the season not liking Annihilate too much, because I felt like the way I was running it wasn't fitting how I wanted to run the team. But Bandit Annihilate is really nice. So we end up killing the Politoed. We U-turned out, obviously, and now we have some momentum. And I think I do go Roaring Moon here, yeah. And he should go Urshifu. I think that's his play. Oh, he goes into this, okay. I ended up switching because I thought I go into Primarina here. I thought he would just go for like Ice Fang or something. I didn't know if I got it, but in my head I thought that's probably what he was gonna end up clicking. But as you're gonna see here, when I go into Primarina, he just clicks Wave Crash. I don't know if Wave Crash would have killed. I mean, this thing is extremely strong. It's in the rain. It's most likely banded. I don't remember. Well, we won't see, but I'm pretty sure it's banded. I don't know if it would have killed Roaring Moon, because we are a bulky Roaring Moon, but it probably did. But we go into Primarina, we do lose a good chunk of our health and get the Citrus Berry back, but it would have been nice to kind of keep that in Primarina. Maybe I should have just sacked the Roaring Moon, but I think Roaring Moon comes into play after for this Golduck here, which is his Terra Golduck. And he could have been Stellar Terra, but I think he actually ends up just being Terra Grass, I think so. Or he was Water. No, he is Water. Yeah. He is Water. And I click Moonblast, I believe. He goes for the Surf. It does a big chunk. But Primarina is strong and bulky. So we do more than half to the Golduck, and we're able to actually eat that Surf in the rain from a Terra Water Golduck, which is pretty awesome. But I believe I do just sack my Primarina here, which sucks because Primarina is just really good in like so many matchups. I really love this mon. It surpassed my love for Azumarill. Primarina has become my favorite fairy now, which is pretty funny. But we go into Moon because we should live pretty much anything. And we can click Knock Off and get rid of this thing. I don't know what item it was. Does it show us still? Yeah, okay, it was Specs. That's crazy. Primarina lived a Choice Specs, Terra Water, In the Rain, Surf, that's just pretty wild. But we go into Moon. I mean, he goes into Urshifu. I think I just sacked it here, right? Yeah, I sack it here. Our Roaring Moon goes down. It did a really good job. A really good job being that bulky pivot mon. And here's where I kind of make a mistake, so I might just pause here for a second. So he has Urshifu and Cloudsire left. When I was making this move here, I wasn't really thinking how much health the Cloudsire had, because my best play here at all times is to click Rage Fist, because if he stays in and he clicks Surging Strikes again, then our Rage Fish becomes, what does it become, 100, 150, 200, and it will completely kill this thing because we're banded, Rage Fist, Annihilate. And if he switched into his Cloudsire was low enough because it never had a chance to heal, where I would have 2-hit KO'd it with even at base 50 Rage Fist because I'm banded. So my best play to win this game would have just been to click Rage Fist, and I ended up choking here because he actually stays in, and now that I click Phantom Force, he's able to be able to just switch out into his Cloudsire. So I think that was a big misplay. This was a very important game because I'm trying to climb back into playoffs. I think at this point we are 2-3. I think we are 2-3 at this point because it is week 6. Yeah, we're 2-3. And the only way I can win this now is if Landorus ends up critting. This is where I really wish I had Psychic. That would have been really nice, but the set that we had was really good too. But I endure here. We are Custap Berry, and the only way is if Landorus crits here, or else we lose. And I really thought Surging Strikes would have still killed over the Endure. I thought only the first one will actually work, so I got scared for a second. But we are Custap. The only way we win is if we crit, and we miss out on the crit. Landorus almost won it back for us. The Custap Berry Heat was really cool. I really liked having those sets. But yeah, we end up losing to Alex. We played him, I think, one other time in PBA, and I had the win in the bag, and I ended up choking that game too against him, and now I choked again. I don't know, something about playing against Alex that I end up choking, but I don't know. Overall, it's a pretty good game. It's a really fun game. Rewatching it right now reminded me of how close and how fun that game was. But GG's to Alex, one of the top battlers that I know, and one of the best people that I know, period. So make sure you guys do go check him out. But we are gonna move on to week 7. We're gonna do both weeks here today. Let me open up week 7 for you guys. Let me pause it for a second. And yeah, so I think this should still be showing up on the screen. It is. Okay, cool. So let's just put the speed to 2. And this, for week 7, we are taking on Q. So Q we've played before, we played him in GBA. I think we played him in round 1 of playoffs, and we ended up beating him with a cursed Pilosline, which was really cool. But now, different team, different league, and we need to win. So we have 2 games left here. So we have our game against Q, which is this one, and then the next one, for week 8, the final week, we play Shroom Raver. So we need to win these 2 games to even have a chance to make playoffs. It'll be, I think we have a good chance, because if we win these 2, we'll end up 4-4. But you know, depending on what other people, if other people lose or win. But yeah, we gotta win. That's what we have to keep in our head. We have to win no matter what, because if we drop 1, then we're out. So let's get into it. So trainer was found. Q is here, and he ends up bringing a very scary team. I brought like Specs, Killuaboom, Helmet, Metagross, Life Orb, I think Calm Mind Landorus, Choice Scarf Annihilate, and Choice Scarf Keldeo. We're also Rindoberry Primarina for that freaking Masquerada. So I think here I end up, yeah, starting with Annihilate, I'm pretty sure. I remember this one a little bit more. Annihilate was always my dedicated lead. And he ends up leading with his Terrapagos, as we're gonna see in a few seconds. I wonder how long. Let's see, how long is this so far? 16 minutes, not bad. Okay, so he leads with his Terrapagos, and I didn't want to just click close combat because of its ability. It's definitely gonna be able to eat one, and if it was Chopo Berry, it would eat it even easier. So we end up going for U-turn so we can break that, I think it's called Terra Shift. Yeah, so we end up going into Metagross here, I believe. And he ends up clicking the Toxic, as you're gonna see. So that seemed like a really good play, but I just felt like overall this thing won't be able to do too much to our Metagross. But I think I click Rocks here. Either Rocks or Heavy Slam. But I think Rocks. It should be Rocks. Oh no, I do click Heavy Slam. He clicks Rocks. Okay. Now I remember. I think next turn I click Rocks. Yeah, but we do a little chunk to this with Heavy Slam, which is pretty good, because this thing is extremely bulky and a very annoying turtle. It's actually a mon that I wanted to draft, and Q sniped it from me in the draft, so there's that. Thanks, Q. But yeah, I believe I clicked Rocks here, and Rocks is gonna help the team a lot, as always. Hazard is always a very good thing to bring up, but he does end up clicking Roar, and Roar is pretty scary because now a lot of things are gonna be taking some chip damage, and it seems like that's Q's plan, you know, like just set up Rocks to roar things around and try to do damage to my entire team without even really having to click a move that does the damage. But we flipped turn out because I thought he might switch, so I didn't go for the Secret Sword or Sacred Sword or whatever. And I end up going into our Enma the Annihilate. So he goes for Terra Starstorm, and yeah, we're looking like a pro here. That's 2 times he clicked a move that we were immune to. We are Annihilate, and we are gonna, I think I U-turn out here, yeah. Because I still think it possibly lived a close combat. But I'm just trying to weaken it as much as I can, even though it is kind of being annoying with the Rocks, and it has Roar and everything. But I think he clicks Toxic here again. So there's another really good read on our part, just cycling between like Annihilate and Metagross. It's very nice to try to whittle this thing down. I think here he clicks Roar one more time. And I don't remember exactly what he brings us into. Is it Ape again? It is Ape again, yeah. Taking Rocks on Ape it's not good. You're gonna see in the end why. We don't want to take too many Rocks on Ape because he could have like a Scarf Masquerada, and if we need to live a hit or anything like that, so we have to be careful. But Annihilate does pick up a kill here, killing that Terrapagos, and then in comes the Comfy. So I believe Terra Comfy, and I end up switching into Metagross. Obviously the best answer to Comfy, he does not have Terra Ground or anything like that, so I didn't have to worry too much about it being like a Terra Ground. I think this mon was a Terra, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure, but he tricks us a Sticky Barb, which is some heat set. Now our Metagross is always going to be losing health from rocks and from Sticky Barb, and if we hit this Comfy, because it took our Rocky Helmet. So now if we do hit this Comfy with anything, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be losing some health from Rocky Helmet also. So yeah, that's a really good play on Q-Sparp. I was not seeing that coming at all. I thought he was gonna trick me like a Scarf or Specs or something, but Sticky Barb is pretty good. I think that's pretty cool. And he does end up Terraing here. Terra Water. I ended up going for Psychic Fang just because I knew he was Terra. I was like, I feel like he'll be Terra Water because it's one of the best checks to a Steel type. And we end up clicking Psychic Fang and we're able to 2-hit KO this thing. And again, with Sticky Barb and Rocky Helmet, we are losing a lot of health. So I just go for Psychic Fang again. There's no reason to predict. He goes for Terra Blast. It doesn't kill us, but with Helmet, not even, I think we just died from Helmet, period, right? Not even Sticky Barb, yeah. So we died from our own Helmet. It was our own Helmet, guys. He stole our Helmet and we died from it. But Metagross did some good work. Able to take, did some good chip damage to Terrapagos, did some, was able to kill the Comfy, which could be a very scary threat. And yeah, Metagross has been a really good mon this season. I really, really like it. It's done a lot of good work, but I don't remember exactly what I go into here. Primarina, okay, yeah. And I think he goes Masquerada, yeah. So I was kind of baiting, you know, like I wanted him to click Flower Trick so I can get some damage on this Masquerada, which could be very key. Obviously him clicking Fire Trick turns him into a grass type, but we're able to live because of our Rindo Berry. Thankfully he didn't scout for that, but we smack him with a Moonblast, do a lot of damage, and now our team is looking pretty good, to be honest. Maybe I should have gone into something like Killuaboom here instead of sacking the Primarina, but it's okay. Primarina goes down, and sadly it did not get a kill this week. I think Primarina's grabbed a kill like every single week so far. And we go into our Killuaboom. Oh yeah, that's probably why, because of rocks. I did not want to go rocks and then Flower Trick and then die to the next Flower Trick. But here I know he's gonna go into EO, but I don't really have a choice. I'm just gonna I think I clicked Thunderbolt here. Yeah, I didn't want to miss the Hurricane. I think there's another reason I didn't click Hurricane that I can't remember exactly. But we clicked Thunderbolt, Trespec's Thunderbolt. I was expecting an AV Electros, and that's actually pretty sure that's what we see here, because it does nothing at all. Killuaboom's not that strong, but still. I think I end up just staying in here and clicking Thunderbolt again, because my thought process is if I weaken this thing down, I'm able to revenge it pretty easily. If I switch out, then I'm taking rocks on something else, I'm taking damage on something else, and then I come back with Killuaboom and take damage anyways. And we get crit here from a Dragon Tail, which really sucks because again, we're not Boots, so we're losing a lot of health with the Stealth Rocks that are up. And Annihilate comes in again. Everything he's roared or Dragon Tail always ends up in Annihilate, which isn't too bad because we can pretty much snag a kill or do a lot of damage. But again, I don't want to take too much damage on Annihilate because in case the Masquerada is Scarfed, then we need to live a hit. So it kind of sucks that he keeps Dragon Tail and roaring us in here. But here I should have just went for CC. I can't remember exactly why I didn't go for CC. Most likely something in the back that I didn't want to just come in after I killed this Electros. And Phantom Force actually doesn't kill, which is crazy. Electros is bulky as hell. But now he hit us with a Dragon Tail, which makes our Rage Fist base 100, which is awesome because base 100 Rage Fist is just pretty sick. Not sure what I was looking for there for that. But here I'm just gonna go for Thunderbolt again. Killuaboom picks up a nice kill, able to beat its check. The only thing it really had was Dragon Tail, so we can see that that's Q's plan for sure, to phase us around and take damage with rocks on everything. Killuaboom got pushed out and now pushed back in, but in comes his Masquerada, and it's easily gonna kill our Killuaboom. I think I just let it die here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just let it die here. I have to click Thunderbolt. I don't know why I'm thinking about it, like I can switch my moves. But he does U-turn now, it's easily gonna kill us. He is, what is it, Protein or whatever. And he kills our Killuaboom. And he goes into his Galarian Zapdos. So I think here, yeah, we go Landorus. Because we don't die from one Brave Bird from his Zapdos. So that's really good, and then we can kind of see what kind of Zapdos set he's gonna be. Unless he's Bandit, I think Bandit is the only way he'll be able to kill us after Rocks. But I ended up clicking Sludge Wave because it was the best move to click. Smackdown plus Earth Power wasn't really doing it. Sludge Wave was a 2-hit KO. He Trailblazes on us. Obviously doesn't do too much damage, and then Acrobatics doesn't do much either because he still has his item, which I had no idea what the item was. But Zapdos ends up going down. Landorus is doing some nice work here. Landorus, I've really been enjoying this team now. It was hard to get used to at first, but with the changes that I made, I feel like things like Landorus has been really awesome to use, and I definitely want to draft it again. I definitely want to draft a better team around Landorus at some point because it's a really good mon. It's such a good break, and it's pretty bulky. I know it has the ice weakness, but you can Calm Mind, have like Yachi Berries, and it does just so much damage. But okay, so his Masquerada's here. I think I should stay in with Landorus. In my head, I was thinking that this is probably gonna be an L because his Masquerada is Scarfed. We already saw that when it killed our Killuaboom because Killuaboom's faster than Masquerada and it outsped us. So here, let me pause one more time. I go into a Keldeo because I was calcing Annihilate, and it was a really low chance for me to live. So I went into Keldeo to kind of bluff like Vacuum Wave or Aqua Jet, which I almost had Vacuum Wave. I almost had Vacuum Wave and I ended up not clicking it. I mean, not adding it to the set. But I was thinking maybe I'll scare him away. He can go into Tentacruel and pretty much just do anything he wants because we'll be on Vacuum Wave. But he is not gonna obviously fall for that. I could have just gone Annihilate and hope to live, and instead of trying to do a bluff. But, and you know, I was thinking I was dead because in the health that I was with Annihilate after Rocks, I think it was a very low chance for me to live depending on his investment. But as we're gonna see here, we actually live on 5 HP, which is crazy. Now our Rage Fist is base 150, and we're just gonna clean up the game here. So Annihilate picking up 3 kills, I believe, and a base 150 Rage Fist is just completely gonna smack this Tentacruel, and I'm just so happy that I didn't take one extra layer of rocks or one extra turn of rocks, because that would have been rough. That would have been very rough because I would have not lived that. He needed just a little more chip and we would have died there. So we end up beating Q, and now the playoff hopes are still alive, very much alive, and we need to beat Shroom Raver for week 8. So hopefully we can do that, guys. I'm sorry that this is post-com. Most of the next few games are gonna be post-coms. If I do make playoffs, I'm gonna try to do it live, of course. It's just been busy, so I had to been doing them post-com these last few weeks. And sorry they were late, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. 1 loss, 1 win, and now we're 3-4, and we need to win 1 more to hopefully make it to playoffs. So I really hope we do. And yeah, I want to keep using this team. It's a really fun team. But I'll see you guys for week 8. I hope you enjoyed.